Good morning, first graders. Today we are on page 159 of your student journal. And our goal or our objective today is I will compare between halves and fourths. And we talked about in the past that halves means there's going to be 2 shares and fourths means there's going to be 4 shares. So just a kind of a picture of that to remember is this means that I have the whole thing. This is halves. There's 2 shares. And in fourths, it's been cut or partitioned into 4 equal pieces. So there's 4 shares. Okay, what's this going to look like today is I'm going to actually just grab my red pen and get started. So if you want to set your pencil down, here is my first question. It says, which of the following circles shows greater shares? Explain your thinking. So I want us to look at these. Which one's greater? Which one greater means more or larger or bigger? So which piece is bigger or larger or greater? I think it's B. This piece is larger. Now the reason is, and this gets to be a little bit tricky, but if you think about cutting up something to share it with people, this is the less shares you have means the greater they are in size. I want you to think about that for a minute, boys and girls, with me. The less shares you have means the greater there are in size. So let's think about this. If we had to cut a cake or if we had to cut a pizza, the less shares you have, the smaller means they're greater in size. So if I had to take a cake, my absolute favorite cake, I'm going to draw a rectangle, and I only had to share it with 2 of my friends, so there was only 2 shares, wouldn't they be greater in size? But what if I took that same cake and I had to cut that cake and share it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. So if I had more shares, wouldn't that mean that they're smaller in size? So the number of shares you have means the size is going to get smaller. So here I had to share this, say it's a pizza, maybe a pepperoni pizza. I had to share it with 4 people. So they're going to each have a smaller share. The size is going to be smaller. But here we only had to share it with 2 people, so they're going to get a larger piece. Okay, so let's try another one. This says, which of the following rectangles shows smaller shares? So which share is smaller? Which in size, which one's smaller? So hopefully you think B. And the reason is because the more shares you have means the smaller they are in size. So because here I had more shares, I had to share this with 4 people, the size of each of their pieces is going to get smaller. But here I only had to share with 2 people, so they would have larger size slices or pieces. Let's try some of these together, boys and girls. So I'd like you to turn your page to page 160. And let's look at our question. Which of the following circles shows the greater shares? So which share is greater? Which share is larger or bigger or worth more? So hopefully you're thinking B. Hopefully you think B is worth more. Why? Why is that one? They want us to explain our thinking. Why does this one have a bigger or greater size piece. And the reason, remember, is the less shares you have, and I'll give you a second to write that, the less shares you have, because here there's 4 shares, so imagine sharing it with 4 people. Here there's 2 shares. So 2 is less than 4. So the less shares you have means the greater they are in size. So just like sharing something with friends, the more people you have to share it with, the smaller everyone's gonna get, the smaller piece. So the less shares you have, the greater size the piece. Okay, let's look at the second one. Which of the following rectangles shows smaller shares? Explain your thinking. So which share is smaller? This one or this one? Well, hopefully you see that the fourths is smaller. And let's think about why. Because I had to share this cake with 1, 2, 3, 4 people. So they're going to get a smaller size piece. Here I only had to share the cake with, there's only 2 people are sharing it. So they're going to get larger pieces. So the reason is the more shares you have, because here I have 4 shares and here I only have 2 shares. So the more shares you have means the smaller they are in size. Okay, boys and girls, you might want to pause the video to make sure you have this down as your example, because these words will help you when you turn your page, because today you're going to be doing page 161 and you're going to be doing page 162 and 163 and 164. So you can stop the video to make sure you have good notes for those pages. Have a good day, boys and girls. Bye-bye.